Hello, Raptors Nation. Welcome to Quick Court, your go-to spot for the latest Toronto Raptors updates. The rebuild process can be challenging, and Raptors fans know this better than most. We've endured a season and a half of losses, criticism, and uncertainty. But today I'm bringing you some incredibly positive news that should have you feeling excited about what's coming next for our squad. Rookie point guard Shead has been making waves recently, not just with his play on the court, but with his candid interviews that have pulled back the curtain on what's really happening inside the Raptors organization. What do you think has been the biggest challenge for the Raptors during this rebuild? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's start with what Shead had to say about Brandon Ingram. When the Raptors traded Pascal Siakam and brought in Ingram, many fans were concerned. Would Ingram, known as a score-first player from his time with the Pelicans, fit into the team's culture? Would he embrace the leadership role that Siakam had been developing? According to Shead, we shouldn't have worried at all. In his recent interview, Shead was effusive in his praise for Ingram, saying he has no ego. He's not arrogant. He's not selfish. He's just a really good person. It just excites us that we get to play with a guy like that, and he's that good at basketball. We are just excited about next year, and he has become that intermediate leader with the young guys. That's powerful stuff coming from Shead, who's quickly established himself as a high character player with a strong basketball IQ. For him to anoint Ingram as a leader of the young core speaks volumes about how well Ingram has integrated into the team's culture. Are you surprised by how well Ingram has fit with the Raptors? Let us know in the comments section. What makes this even more encouraging is that Ingram isn't typically known as a vocal leader. He's quieter by nature, similar to DeMar DeRozan's leadership style. But Shead's comments suggest Ingram has taken the young players under his wing, embracing a mentorship role that not all star players naturally take to. Remember, this was one of the biggest concerns when Siakam was traded. Pascal had developed strong relationships within the organization and with the fan base. He was becoming that veteran leader the young players needed. The fact that Ingram has stepped into that role so seamlessly should have Raptors fans breathing a collective sigh of relief. If you're enjoying this update, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We're growing our channel to bring you the best Raptors content, and every new subscriber helps us continue delivering these inside scoops. Plus, with the draft lottery just around the corner, we need all the positive energy we can get. But shit, didn't stop at praising Ingram. He also had some interesting comments about his love for Toronto and Canada. He mentioned he's been learning the Canadian national anthem and sings it at every game. I love Toronto. I love Canada, Shead said. Our team was losing, but our fans were there every game. I think that speaks volumes about not just our fans, but this country. In an era where we sometimes hear negative comments about playing in Canada, it's refreshing to hear a rookie embrace his city and country so wholeheartedly. She'd even noted that generally players who have played in Toronto speak positively about the experience. Now let's talk about perhaps the most controversial figure in Raptors discourse right now. Head coach Darko Rajakovic. The fan base seems divided on Darko, largely because of the team's poor record under his leadership. But is that fair? She doesn't think so. He had nothing but praise for his head coach, saying he is very charismatic. I've been blessed to come to an organization like Toronto where the things that he wants are sort of my strengths. Defense, playmaking, other little things. And he's a very good coach, very smart. You can talk to him about anything and he will listen. So him being a good person has allowed him to be a very good coach for me. That's a strong endorsement from a player who comes in with a winning background from his college days at Houston. Shead appreciates how Rajakovic has helped develop his game, focusing on his strengths while creating an open, communicative environment. What are your thoughts on Coach Rajakovic? Has he been getting a fair shake from fans? Share your opinions below. It's important to remember that Darko was brought in primarily to develop young talent and create positive team chemistry during this rebuild. The losses were expected. Some might even say planned, as the team positions itself for future success through the draft. Judging Rajakovic on wins and losses at this stage misses the point of what this season was about. Looking at how players like Shead, Grady, Dick, and others have developed under Rajakovic's guidance tells a much more positive story than the team's record would suggest. The young players are improving, finding their roles, and most importantly, buying into what Rajakovic is building. These comments from Shead should give Raptors fans plenty of reasons to be optimistic heading into the offseason. Despite the struggles on the court, the culture being built appears strong. Ingram has embraced his role as a leader, Rajakovic is connecting with his players and developing young talent, and the rookies like Shead are embracing Toronto both as a city and a basketball home. With the draft lottery just days away and the potential to add another high-level talent to this growing core, there's plenty to be excited about. The rebuild is never easy, but the foundation being laid seems promising based on Shead's inside perspective. Before we wrap up, I want to thank you all for your continued support through this challenging season. Raptors Nation truly is one of the most loyal fan bases in the NBA, showing up game after game despite the struggles. That commitment doesn't go unnoticed by the players, as Shead's comments about the fans make clear. Make sure you're subscribed to our channel so you don't miss any updates as we head into this crucial offseason. From the draft lottery to free agency and beyond, we'll be covering every move the Raptors make. This is Quick Court signing off. Let's go Raptors. Raptors.